Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm presenting you with an hour-long class that's pretty well-rounded, but it really focuses on the legs as well as the knees. And you'll need a block and a strap or a towel. If you don't have a block, that's okay. You can get by without one, but I do encourage the use of props. So I hope you enjoy this and have a great time. We'll start by standing in Tadasana at the top of our mats. Feet hip distance apart. Separate the toes. Engage your legs. Imagine the inner thighs are spiraling towards the back. Engage your core. Widen across the chest. Engage your arms. Spread the fingers. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed, away from the ears. We'll take nice long breaths here through the nose, and we'll exhale out through the nose as well. So this should already be work. We're exercising a lot of our muscles here and working on our breath. Now keeping all those things in mind, inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down, still keeping the core engaged, the legs engaged. Inhale, halfway up, widen across the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, legs are strong, core is strong, come on up. Sweep the arms up, shoulders are down. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Arms by the side, right where we started in Tadasana. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold, keeping the core engaged, keeping the legs strong. Inhale, halfway up, widen across the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Arms by the side. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Keep the legs engaged, core engaged. Inhale, widen across the chest. Exhale, fold. And this time, let's just hang out here in Uttanasana, forward fold. And let's start to sway the hips from left to right, nice and slowly. So as your hips go in one direction, your torso goes in the opposite. And you can bend your knees as much as you need to, as much as you want. Getting a nice massage through the low back. You can cradle your arms if you want. The same thing. Torso and arms go in one direction, hips go in the other direction. Try not to use momentum, just try to gently, consciously move from left to right. Taking in the sensations, feeling good. Keeping that breath nice and long. Now release the hands down to the mat. Interlace your fingers around your toes, your peace finger and your thumb. Inhale, reach the heart forward, look up if you can. Exhale, start to fold forward. And at the same time, start to straighten the legs, getting a nice stretch through the hamstrings. So you're folding forward and lengthening the hamstrings at the same time. Keep breathing nice and long, and just do this to your ability, to your liking. If you don't want to get a deep stretch, then don't straighten the legs that much. All right. Gently release the toes. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Hands to the heart. Arms by the sides, back in Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, and then walk the feet back to downward facing dog. So remember those actions of Tadasana. Keep the fingers spread. Keep the toes spread. Keep the core engaged, the legs strong, the arms engaged. We'll take one more breath there. And then we'll start to pedal out the feet. Bend the right knee, send the left heel to the mat. Bend the left knee, send the right heel to the mat. Use your breath here to press down with the heel. Let's do a couple more, nice and slowly. Getting a nice stretch through the backs of the knees, through our calves, maybe even the hamstrings a little bit. All right, come back to neutral down dog. Set the knees down, separate the knees, have your big toes touch, and then just sink back into child's pose. Let everything go. Relax everything down to the mat. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Just take a breather here. All right. Carefully push yourselves up and grab a block. And you're going to place the block between your feet at any height that feels comfortable for you to sit on the block. So your feet are on either side of the block, and you're getting a really nice stretch through your quads, your knees. And we'll sit here just breathing nice and deeply for about a minute. Getting a nice stretch in our knees and the lower parts of our quads. And these quiet moments are a good opportunity for us to find some stillness, find some focus, work on our meditative practice. All right. Carefully open your eyes if they're closed and remove the block. And if you have any knee issues, you can place a blanket in the middle of the mat and rest your knees on the blanket. And relax your toes. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, shoulder distance apart. Your knees underneath your hips, hip distance apart. Inhale, sink the belly, reach the heart forwards, look up if you can, and then exhale, push into the mat. Round out the spine. Inhale, sink the belly, and then reach the heart forwards, look up if you can. Exhale, push into the mat and round out the spine. Inhale, sink the belly, reach the heart forwards, look up if you can. Exhale, push into the mat. Round out the spine. Inhale. Sinking the belly and exhale. Round out the spine, look between the thighs if you can. We'll do 2 more. Inhale. Sink the belly, reach the arm forwards, look up if you can. And then exhale, push into the mat. And round out the spine. Come back to neutral spine. All right, let's inhale, engage the core. So you feel the back flattening. So the core is engaged. Lift your right arm up and your left leg up. We'll try to be up here for about 30 seconds or so, keeping the core engaged. Lift that leg up a little higher, make sure it's horizontal or close to horizontal. Try to look for stillness here. Nice long breaths. Try to keep the chest nice and wide here as well. Set it down, nice job. And just roll the hips around a few times before we do the other side. Okay, let's do the other side. Engage the core. Lift your left arm up and right leg up behind you. Working on strengthening our core. It's going to help strengthen our legs as well. And even the arms. Keep breathing nice and deeply. Lift the leg up a little higher if you feel like it's gone down. Still keep the chest nice and open. Look for stillness. Keep that core engaged, protecting the low back. Set it down. Again, just move around a little bit. Maybe make circles with your hips. You can also do some cat-cows. You can throw in cat-cows as well. Let's do one more round. Engage the core. Lift the right arm up and the left leg up. Keep that core engaged. Look for stillness. Keep the chest nice and open. And set it down. And then let's do the other side. And you can move around a bit before you do it, giving yourself like a 10-second break. All right, last round. Engage the core, left arm up, right leg up. Remember to keep the chest nice and open. Keep that back leg up, arm up. So you're actually engaging the leg as well as the arm, otherwise it's hard to stay up. Looking for length. And set it down. And this time we'll separate the knees, big toes touch, and we'll come down into child's pose. Take the arms over to the left, keep them stretched out. Place the right hand on top of the left hand. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, send that right hip away from the hands, getting a nice stretch through the right side body. Keep breathing nice and long. to center. We'll take the arms over to the other side, to the right side. Place your left hand on top or close to your right hand. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, sink that left hip away from the hands, getting a nice stretch through the right side body. Come back to center. Just take a couple of more breaths in child's pose. And then you'll push yourselves back up onto hands and knees. All right, so we're going to do a figure four, stretch for the shoulders. So you're going to lift your right arm up, and you're going to take the arm underneath and across the body so that you can rest the right side of your face and your shoulder onto the mat. You can move your left hand forward if it helps you balance, and enjoy a nice stretch in the shoulder and the shoulder blades. Keep the breathing nice and long, helping you open up that shoulder blade. Bring that left hand back, push yourself back up onto hands and knees, and we'll do the other side. So take the left arm and take it underneath the body, coming down onto the left side of your face, and you can move your right hand forward a few inches if it helps you be more stable. All right, bring that right hand back. Push yourselves back up onto hands and knees. Take your hands forward, 5 or 6 inches, curl the toes, and then push yourselves up into downward facing dog. We'll be here for a few breaths in down dog. So remember those actions of Tadasana. Engage the arms, the legs, the core, fingers and toes are spread, chest is wide. On your next exhale, walk the feet forward to meet the hands. You're in a forward fold. Inhale halfway up, widen across the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by the sides. Okay. We'll do 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, walk the feet back to plank. We'll go nice and slowly. We'll hang out here for a couple of breaths, working on our Tadasana. And then you'll tip forward a little, keep the elbows in, and start to lower halfway, and then all the way down to the mat. Relax the toes. Inhale, cobra, lift the chest, keep the pelvis on the mat. Exhale, push back up to plank, downward facing dog. We'll be here for 3 breaths in down dog. Walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by the sides. 2 more. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale full, plant the hands, walk the feet back to plank. Keep the core engaged. A couple of breaths here, working on our core strength. And then start to lower halfway, and then all the way down. Inhale, cobra, lift the chest, keep the pelvis on the mat. Exhale, push back up to plank. Downward facing dog. On your next exhale, walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Remember to keep the core engaged. Exhale, hands to the heart, chest is wide, arms by the sides. We have one more. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, walk the feet back to plank. And then lower halfway, and then all the way down. So we're taking our time, building strength. Inhale, cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, push back up to plank. Downward facing dog. And this time we'll drop the knees, big toes touch, and we'll take a break in child's pose. Push yourselves up onto hands and knees. Next we're going to stretch out the hip flexors a little bit. So you're going to take your right foot between the hands, come on up into a low lunge. And you can take your right foot forward, feeling a nice stretch in that hip flexor. So you can keep your hands on your thigh. If you want, you can take them up. Whatever feels good. Engage the core, deepening the stretch along that left hip flexor. Keep the shoulders down. We'll try to be here for about a minute. Engaging the core also helps us keep our balance. And if you have any knee problems, again, use a blanket like I'm using underneath that knee to cushion it. Twenty more seconds, you got this. Carefully come back to hands and knees. Take that foot back. Again, just make some circles with your hips. You can do some cat-cows too, whatever feels good to kind of even things out. And when you're ready, let's do the other side. So take the left foot between the hands. And then place your hands on top of your thigh, and you can move that foot forward a little bit to increase that stretch in the right hip flexor. Engage the core to really feel that stretch even more. Close the eyes if you want. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Not a bad time to work on our meditative practice. Finding some quiet, finding some stillness. 20 more seconds. Carefully come on down. Up to hands and knees again. And again, you can make circles with your knees. You can throw in some cat-cows, so you can move in any fashion that feels good. And let's separate the knees and sink back down into child's pose. All right, we'll push ourselves up into downward facing dog. On your next exhale, walk the feet forward to meet the hands. You're in a forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Hands to the heart. Arms by this side. We're going to do a couple more vinyasas. We're going to take it slow, and we'll include warrior one. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Keep the shoulders down. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Find plank. Couple of breaths there. Lower. Chaturanga, nice and slowly. Inhale, cobra. Lift the chest. Exhale, plank. Downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up behind you. With control, bring the knee to the chest. And with control, plant the foot between the hands. You can help it forward with the help of your right hand behind the heel. If you need to, drop the left heel. Come on up to warrior one. Try to square the hips, try to bring that left hip forward. Keep the back legs strong, nice and engaged. Sink a little bit lower, keep the core engaged. Shoulders down, arms engaged. 2 more breaths. Next exhale, plant the hands, find plank. Again, lower, nice and slowly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, plank. Downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up behind you. Bring the knee to the chest. Then plant that foot between the hands nice and slowly. Drop the right heel. Come on up to warrior one on the other side. Arms are engaged. Try to square the hips, trying to bring that right hip forward. Might not go very far, but that's okay. Sink a little bit lower. Keep that back leg engaged. 2 more breaths. Nice and long. Next exhale. Plant the hands, find plank. Lower, nice and slowly. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, plank. Downward facing dog. Next exhale, walk the feet forward to meet the hands. You're in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Hands to the heart. Arms by the side. 1 more round. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Find plank. Chaturanga, nice and slowly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, plank. Downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up behind you, and this time, with control, try not to use momentum. Plant that foot between the hands. Drop the left heel. Inhale, warrior one. 4 breaths here. Trying to match our inhales with our exhales. Back leg is strong, core is strong. Arms are engaged. One more breath. Next exhale, plant the hands and plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, plank. Downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up behind you. With control, plant the foot between the hands. Drop the right heel. Come on up. Warrior one. 4 breaths. Nice and long. Keep that core engaged. Back leg is strong. Shoulders down. Next exhale. Plant the hands. Find plank. Chaturanga. Cobra. Exhale. Plank. You can always skip your planks. Let's go straight to down dog. It's totally up to you. We'll take 3 long breaths here. Next exhale, drop the knees. And take a child's pose. Push yourselves up into downward facing dog. Then walk the hands towards the feet. And you're going to need a strap and a block, so if they're handy, you can bring them to the center of the mat. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Hands to the heart. Arms by the sides. Awesome. So if you haven't found your strap or block yet, so I'll give you a moment to go grab them. So, and make sure they're right in the center of the mat. We're going to use them shortly. Okay, so you're going to have your feet wide apart like this. You're going to bend your left knee, point the left toes towards the left. Bring your right toes in a little bit and bring the arms up into warrior two. You can adjust your feet if you need to. Try to keep the torso nice and upright, nice and straight. Engage the core, engage the back leg. Look over your left fingers. A couple more breaths here. Finding our Tadasana here as well. Try to find some space in the front of your chest as well as behind, between the shoulder blades. Next, release or send the left arm towards the front. Place the forearm on the thigh. Take the other arm up and over for Virabhadrasana. Keep that core engaged. You're not weighing this leg too much. You're using your core strength to stay upright. 2 more breaths. And come back up to warrior two. Flip the front palm and reverse the warrior for a couple of breaths. Keep the bend in the front knee when you do that. Come back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg and parallel the feet again. Okay. Other side. Bend the right knee. Send the right toes towards the front. That's the front now. Back toes turn in slightly. Arms to a T. Finding your warrior two. Engage that core. Engage the back leg. Keep the torso nice and straight. Try not to lean forward or backwards. Keep that back arm from drifting down. Engage the arm. 1 more breath. Start reaching that right arm forward. When you can't go any further, place the forearm on the thigh. Take the other arm up and over for Virabhadrasana. Again, not pressuring or weighing that leg too much. Using your core strength to stay up. And keep this arm engaged. One more breath. Come back to warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, keeping the bend in the front knee for a couple of breaths there. So really getting a nice stretch along the inside of the leg here. Come back to your warrior two. Straighten the front leg, parallel the feet. Now we're gonna get an even deeper stretch. Make sure the feet are exactly parallel. Have your hands on your hips. Take a deep breath in. Engage the core, and as you exhale, start to fold forward. And place your hands wherever they land on the mat. And then engage the legs, engage the core, getting a wonderful stretch to the inside of the leg as well as in the knee area. And then start to move the hands back so that they're in line with the feet. They're almost parallel with the feet, and only if you can. If you're happy where you are, you're fine. Keep engaging the legs. Keep folding forward a little bit more, engaging the core. Relax the neck though. Inhale, come up halfway, and if you have your strap handy, might as well pick it up on the way up. Engage the core, come up all the way. Awesome. Now we're going to take the strap behind us. We're going to have the strap in our hands. You can adjust the distance between your hands so that it's comfortable on your shoulders. Engage the legs, again, engage the core, and exhale, fold forward. And you're going to get a deeper stretch because now you're using gravity. You don't have the support of the floor, so be careful. If this is too much, you can always have your hands back down on the floor. Now bring the arms up. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears as you fold even further. Keep the legs engaged. Keep the neck relaxed. Keep the core engaged, protecting the low back. Really feeling the insides of the legs, relieving some of that knee pain if you're having any knee issues, stretching out the knee. And then engage the core, come up halfway, and then come up all the way. Nice. So we're almost done. You can drop the strap. Hopefully you have your block right in front of you. If not, you can go get it. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, fold forward, and then place your hand on the block right underneath your face, or underneath your shoulder would be a little more accurate. So somewhere in between, wherever it feels good. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, start to twist. So you actually have your left hand down, because I'm mirroring you. And you're going to start to twist towards your right side. And if it's available, without too much discomfort, you can take that right arm up towards the sky. Open up a little bit more, a few more breaths here. Try to keep the chest nice and open. Alright, and then come on down, unwind, literally. And again, I'm mirroring you, so I have my left hand on the block, you have your right hand on the block. Your left hand goes to your left hip. Deep breath in, lengthen the spine, exhale, twist to your left. Again, you're going to feel a really nice stretch in the knee area, maybe even the groin, all along that inside of the leg, of your right leg. Now take the left arm up towards the sky. If it feels okay, you always have options. You can always keep the hand on the hip like it was. Keep opening up as you exhale, deepening that stretch, deepening the twist in the spine. Keep the chest nice and open. And then the next exhale, you can bring it down. Remove the block, and we'll just be back in regular Prasarita Padottansana with our hands on the floor. Yeah. Breathing nice and long. Just be here for 4 or 5 breaths, feeling the difference, noticing the openness now. Alright, inhale, engage the core, come up halfway, engage the core, come up all the way. Nice, and then you can heel toe your feet together. You can hop the last part if you want. Nicely done. Alright. Take the left arm up towards the sky, and you're going to grab your left wrist with your right hand. Deep breath in and exhale. Side body stretch, stretching out that left side body. Come back to center and we'll switch. Deep breath in, exhale, opposite side. Try to keep the chest nice and open. You don't have to engage anything here, just enjoy the stretch. Come back to center and release. Alright, so let's get back down to the mat again. Inhale with the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Walk the feet back to down dog. It's our last down dog of the day. Why don't we hang out here for 5 breaths? Yeah, it's sometimes good to sigh things out. So deep breath in and just let go of the heaviness that you're feeling, that you might be feeling. Couple more. Sigh it out. Drop the knees and take a child's pose. Let everything go, just enjoy your last child's pose of the day. Again, not a bad time to work on our meditative practice, trying to find a little bit of quiet, no matter how you choose to do that. Slowly start to drag your hands towards your knees and push yourselves up, and then you're going to make your way onto your backs. If you want to use a pillow or a blanket for your head, you can, because we're going to remain on our backs for the rest of the class. Have your strap handy. Keeping the legs bent. Take your right leg up towards the sky. Wrap the strap around the ball of the right leg. So you have a couple of options here. You can slide your hands down the strap, which I like to do, so I can have my elbows and a big part of my arm on the mat, allowing me to relax my neck and my shoulders down. The other option is to hold it up here, but I feel like I'm straining here with my neck and my shoulders, so Engage that leg that's up in the air. Feel the difference right away. Point the toes toward your face. Bring that leg a little bit closer to you. Now if you're ready and if you want to, you can straighten the left leg out in front. Keep breathing nice and deeply. You can engage the leg that's on the ground as well. See if that does anything, if it affects the pose. All right, bring that left leg back and then release the strap. Hug the knees into the chest and just rock here from side to side, giving that low back a little massage. Again, let's do the other side. Keeping the legs bent. Wrap the strap around the ball of the left foot. Decide how you want to hold the strap. Get yourselves comfortable. Engage the leg that's up in the air. Bring it closer to you. Point the toes toward your face, all to increase that wonderful stretch in the hamstring, behind the knees. Keep breathing nice and deeply. If you want, you can straighten out the right leg. Engage that leg as well to see if that has any effect on the pose. Bring that right leg back, release the strap, hug the knees into the chest, and then rock here from side to side. You can even make circles with your knees, both knees in the same direction. Change the direction of the circles whenever you want to. You can change the size of the circles too, just to see what that does. Alright. Set the feet back down. Separate your feet as wide as the mat. Bring your arms to a T. And then drop both knees over to the left for a twist. Now if your thigh doesn't reach the ground, then instead of putting a lot of strain on the knee, you can support the thigh with a block. So you still get the nice effects of the twist in the spine and the hip without straining that knee. And the last piece of this is to turn the head in the opposite direction, so you get a full spinal twist. Alright, when you're ready, bring the knees back up, and your feet should still be separated, so you can simply drop the knees over to the right. Remember to use a block or something to support that leg if it's not all the way down to the mat. Those of you who are really limber, you can even take that foot over the thigh, your right foot over the left thigh. But again, just be careful of the knee. Today we're trying to open up the legs and the knees and alleviate any knee issues, any leg issues that we might be having from a lot of sitting in that bent position or for whatever reason. When you're ready, bring your knees back up. Bring your arms back to center, hug the knees from the chest, and just rock here from side to side. You can even make circles with your knees if you want, whatever feels good. Alright, when you're ready, wrap your arms around your shins, curl into a ball. Take a deep breath in and squeeze. Exhale. Release everything down to the mat. Getting ready for Shavasana. So if you have any knee issues, or rather if you have any back issues, I would recommend to use a bolster or a couple of blocks. If you don't have a bolster, you can just use your blocks underneath your thighs, giving you a little bit of relief in that low back. So one of our most important poses today, Shavasana. We want to let everything go, especially our body. So just relax every single muscle. No more engaging anything. Relax your forehead, relax your face, your tongue inside your mouth, just let it hang loose. Relax your shoulders, your arms all the way down to your fingers. Relax your legs all the way down to your toes. And now start to relax or quieten the mind. Try to find something to focus on if it helps you. It could be your breath. It could be a mantra that you want to repeat. It could be a sensation in the body. Latch onto it like an anchor and just stay with us, stay in the present. The mind might drift here and there. It's okay, don't force it too much, don't fight it, just try to rein it back in to that focal point. We'll be here for another 2 minutes. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing some life back into the body. Maybe even gently sway your head from left to right, right to left. Take your arms up and behind you. Take one last stretch. And as you exhale, roll over to your right side. Bring the knees closer to the chest, coming into a fetal position. When you're ready, with your head to come up last, push yourselves up as slowly as you can. Find any comfortable seated position. We'll just be here for about a minute. Again, finding that quiet. Noticing perhaps how we're feeling, how our breath is, how things have changed since the beginning of class. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Then 1 more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Thank you all for sharing my practice with me today. Sending you lots of positive energy out there.